probably like you, I've been to a lot of the industry trade shows. And one of the things I noticed was most of them kind of tend to be a mix of things, right? So you got grow products, you got stuff for investors, you have retail products. But a few years ago, I started to notice that most of the retailers I knew in the Northwest, they weren't going to any of those trade shows. So I would ask the owners of these retail stores, how come you're not going to that convention down in Las Vegas? And, I heard the same answer over and over, which is, well, it's mostly grow stuff, right? There's nothing there for us. So, I kind of had this idea that, after speaking to a lot of them, that maybe what we should do is a trade show, a national trade show that's 100% focused on retail products. And the other thing about the retail business, right, people don't realize that, Washington and Colorado have some sort of restrictive laws on what can be sold in the retail stores. But Oregon, Nevada, California, Alaska, they can sell anything in those stores except for guns, booze, and tobacco. So what does that mean? Monster Energy, Red Bull, Coke, Pepsi, Frito-Lay's, apparel companies, CBD companies. There are just, hundreds and hundreds of items that can be sold in retail stores. And it's kind of interesting because what we've discovered is very few people, even in a lot of those big companies, have any idea. I was talking to the national sales manager of Monster Energy about 4 months ago, and I brought this up to him. And I was like, do you realize that there's going to be the equivalent of like 7,000 new 7-Elevens on the West Coast? So, that's one of the other reasons we decided to launch this Retail and Dispensary Expo, is to bring people from outside the cannabis industry to Portland, Oregon, to be able to display all their products to the retailers around the Northwest. One of the things I would say to anybody watching this is that the people who have stuck around in this business are there for a reason. Wick Mortar have been around since day one, and a lot of people use Wick Mortar, and there's obviously a reason for it, and that's because it's effective. I think it's the same reason that people advertise in marijuana venture, right? We've continued to grow. We get more clients. The client feedback we get is that, the ads work, and you guys are hitting the kind of demographic we want to get to. I'm sure, from what I've heard, Wick Mortar is the exact same thing, right? If you know what you're doing and you're good at it, then the client is always going to have a positive experience.